everyone. This is Gideon Apmas, your host on Trending Studios. Today we are here with a special guest, and we are going to discuss about gender equality and protecting the rights of foreign students studying abroad. And we are with a specialist today, and we are going to discuss. Honorable,
Yeah.
you are welcome.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
We are also glad you met us today. Anyways, can you introduce yourself to the viewers?
Well, hi everyone. My name is Isiko Ramadan, and a master's student at the High School of Economics. I'm pursuing masters in population and development, a first-year student. I also dabble as the representative of the international students at the High School of Economics at Council of International Students, where I also double as the secretary at the Council of International Students at the High School of Economics. Thank you.
Wow, that is such a,
And I come from Uganda.
oh, such a great development.
Uh-huh.
Anyways, we are glad to have you on our show.
Thank you.
Yes. So, Honorable, we are going to talk about gender equality and
Yes.
protecting the rights of foreign students.
Yes.
And then, as a specialist, we are very honored to have you today.
Yes.
So, without wasting much time, let's dive into these interview sections. So, Honorable, can you tell us what is your role or affiliation related to the topic of gender equality and, let's say, protecting the rights of children? What is your role?
Well, first of all, I must tell you a little bit about my professional background. I spent close to 5 years at the Uganda Human Rights Commission in Uganda, basically investigating human rights violations with with the idea or the ideals of protecting and promoting human rights, including the rights of children, women, and girls. This topic is very important to me. It touches like the real heart, the basis of what I'm pursuing as a
Okay.
professional in this field. I must also say that because of the passion for this field, I went to the University of Iceland in Iceland to pursue a postgrad diploma in gender equality studies funded by the United Nations. So it's something that I hold very dear and close to my heart.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's nice. So viewers, you can all see he's an expert in this. And then if you are abroad studying, he will be of help to you. So pay heed attention to everything we are going to discuss here as we are diving into the deeper questions now. So Honorable,
Yeah.
now you can look here. I think we are now going to have our conversation.
Yes, yes.
So can you tell us how do you define gender? Equality in the context of, let's say, education and in the context of, let's say, international student experiences. How do you define it?
Well, from the context of international students, I would look at it as the equality in accessibility of education, um, um, together with the resources that it comes with, because international education is very competitive, and when you flash back and look at the communities where you come from, you find that when it comes to competition to get international sponsorship, international scholarship, you find that women and girls are pretty much left out because of many challenges that women and girls face in pretty much masculine communities, including my country, Uganda. You find that women and girls are left out when it comes to education. So the whole conversation starts from home, um, from um, from our villages, where opportunities for women and girls, for the girl child, are very minimal because of the cultural backgrounds that we hold. We look at sometimes women and girls as people who people who will leave our communities
Mm-hmm.
and go to other communities,
Mm-hmm.
and because of that, we intend to invest more
Mm-hmm.
in the boys, boys education, because boys will always stay in our communities, but girls will leave and go to other communities. because of marriage. They'll marry them and take them away. So when it comes to international competition for scholarships, you find that the percentage or the number of girls and boys don't tally.
Yes.
And it's very clear. Me as someone from Uganda, though we are very few here at the High School of Economics, but I found that actually the biggest number of students here from Uganda boys. Maybe I think at the High School of Economics we only
So
have I think 2 girls.
that was my next question. But since you are diving into it, let me ask you this. So what is the challenge? Is it that the girls or the female students are not doing well in competing with the boys? Or is it that, let's say, the opportunity is given majority to the, let's say, the male born child? Is it that, what is actually the challenge?
First of all, I would like to thank the the High School of Economics and the Russian government, because for them they're giving out scholarships and opportunities at a flat, at a level played ground. Yeah, if you have the qualification, you take the scholarship. They're not favoring any other side, the either side. But then the problem is back at home. Though the government, for example, in Uganda, has tried so much to raise and to give opportunity to sort of favor, it's called emancipation programs, um, where affirmative action, where the government has created opportunities. For example, when we sit for higher school examinations, women after marking, women and girls are given extra points for free, so that they can be at the same level with boys, because competition is not really favoring girls. But then the whole thing is that many girls tend to drop out of school because of challenges like early teenage pregnancies, early marriages, teenage marriage. And when these girls get married, they don't come back to school again. It's done because of the challenges they face. We even have a saying in one of the villages in Uganda that if there is no money, let George go to school, let James go to school.
And what happens to the female?
And now she can stay at home because there is no money.
That's interesting. Okay.
There is no money, let James go to school. But here there are 2 people. We have Sophia, we have James, we have Jane, we have Maxwell. But they're saying that Jane, wait, there's no money, let Maxwell go to school. That's what I'm trying to talk about. You're basically trying to deny this girl opportunities, because we are living now in a globalized world where opportunities are competed for internationally. The person that is studying in Russia, studying in the United States, in China, France, they're all competing for one job. You don't have the qualification, you're not going to get the job, whether you're a girl or you're a boy.
Yes.
So really, if you don't give her a chance to acquire education, and really important and valuable education, then you're denying her future. So really, I think we have to take these matters very seriously.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. But let me ask you, do you think there is, you made mention that for the Russian government and HSC in general, they give it on a flat rate. If you qualify, they give you that scholarship opportunity. But internationally, or let's say globally, we can see that other universities are not like that. Can you share with us some strategies you find necessary that, let's say, can be adopted by each and every institution as we are educating the public? I believe institutions are also going to watch this video. So what are some gender, let's say, equality strategies that can help institutions, let's say, in terms of selecting international students for their various programs? How should they go about it in terms of ensuring gender balance, gender equality?
Well, first of all, raising awareness about these opportunities. Let me give you an example about my I think Makerere University in Uganda. Is it international university? I
Yes,
think
it's an,
so.
it's an international university.
If I come
Yes,
from there, at
yes,
least.
you can, yeah. I
Anyway,
think you should speak up a bit.
yeah, yeah,
Your voice.
yeah. Okay. We have an issue that you mentioned earlier: intersectionality.
Yes.
Intersectionality instances where we have a disabled person,
Mm-hmm.
a disabled person who is also a lady,
Yes.
who's facing double discrimination because she's disabled and she's also a woman. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you could be knowing that people having disability, for example, inability to walk well, to see, to even talk, you know,
Mm-hmm.
face double discrimination.
Yes.
The very first one I told you, because she's a woman, James she can stay at home because there's no money. James can go to school.
Yes.
The second, oh, this person is disabled. Come on, we can't. Okay, we shall see that later. They'll be like, please wait, be a little patient. So really, policies should be put in place to raise awareness about equality when it comes to these opportunities. And also, because there are some people who don't even know that scholarships are there.
Okay.
They don't even know that a girl can get
Scholarship.
can get a scholarship. They think that all these things are for boys because no, they have to buy them, they have to pay for them. And then also, I think the housings, yeah, the housings have to be really um, meeting the standards
Mm-hmm.
because women and men are different. Yeah,
Yes.
the housing must be really favorable for women. You know, the locations of these universities, you know, the peace and stability of the country also matter really a lot because you know, in times of war, it's women who suffer the most.
Yes.
When there is war, you know, we boys will run away
Yes.
or can even join the war, you know, to fight.
Yes.
But the girl, but women will face many problems, including the you know, the very bad side of it of being raped because of the war, you know, inability to get what to eat. Some of them actually even could be having children or pregnant. So you find that she's pregnant and she's running. You see, so peace and stability is very important to attract students to come and study, including the girl child or female students.
Okay.
Yeah. So raising awareness is very important. In places like eastern part of Africa, you find that many students from eastern part of Africa don't want to come and study in Russia. They have a very bad image about the Western institutions.
Okay.
Have
And why so?
because of awareness.
Okay.
The Western part of the world is raising a lot of awareness about their education, the
Yes.
opportunities that are
Yes.
there. And also another thing is that they use English, yeah,
Yes.
to promote their institutions, the study opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
And then this other side, they're portraying it as you know, like it's unsafe. The English is not there, and the language will take, and it's also quite expensive and all that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
And they give a lot of scholarships and really very luxurious, prestigious scholarships. Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. So viewers, you are watching Trending Studios. Here we bring you your first-hand information. If you have not subscribed, I really humble request you to subscribe to Trending Studios for daily feeds here. Back to the question, Honorable. So now let's go to protecting the rights of foreign students. You've been a council member in the Higher School of Economics.
I am.
Yes, yeah, you are. You're sorry. Yes, he's still a council member in the Higher School of Economics for representing international students at the higher table. So, Honorable, how do you think these students, their rights are protected in the Russian education system, studying with the Higher School of Economics and other parts of, let's say, the universities here in Russia? How are the rights of foreign students protected?
Well, first of all, you must realize that Russia is part of the globalized world.
Yes.
It's part of so many laws, international laws that protects the rights of we the people, we the human beings.
Mm-hmm.
On top of that, our university, High School of Economics, is part of Russia.
Okay.
that is protected by so many international laws. One of them, um, 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 the how should I say it? The Universal Declaration of Human Rights is not
Okay.
binding. It's not you. It's not binding, but has built on it. So many laws are built on, including the international the Convention on Civil and Political Rights that protects with our rights as students, cultural, civil culture, civil,
Mm-hmm.
cultural, how should I say it, ICPR, and we've got UN Women that
Okay.
protects the rights of the
The
female
female
students here.
students. Yeah.
We've got um, the international organization for ILO,
Yeah.
International Labor Organization,
Okay.
ILO, that protects the rights of workers, including
But yes.
students who are working here. So basically, it's the whole thing starts from there. But then when we go down and break it down, we as student leaders, we have got a complaints handling manual where students come and report to us, and then we take to the big student council, and then engage the international students office, and then these complaints are then broken down differently. We've got complaints that we've got cases that are human rights cases. Then we also have cases that are criminal cases. For example, you and me, okay, you and any other person can involve yourself in criminal cases. So we
Okay.
take it to police. That case, we engage the university and then take it to the police very fast. Let's say cases of rape, student raped another student. That's another criminal case. But then also there are human rights cases. Human rights cases and criminal cases are very different. So human rights cases, we involve the university, and sometimes they solve it at university level. Let's say maybe a university lecturer maybe abused a student. That's a human rights case. Maybe mistreats a student or discriminated against a student on the basis of maybe sex, skin color, maybe even the nationality where they come from, or even economic
Okay.
ability.
So talking about skin color, let me ask this: are the rights of let's say foreign students, especially the black skin color, compared to the whites, are they matching in higher school of economics? How are the opportunities given? Let's say samely. Are the blacks, let's say, benefiting, or the foreign student? Let me see. Sorry, the foreign student benefiting the same opportunities as the whites? How is it done?
Well, at this university, actually, we as the student leaders, we have never received any case of. Okay, there was only one case.
Okay. Can you
Uh,
educate us on the case? Let's say the causes of that case, what brought it,
okay,
and how you guys, let's say, solved the case.
okay. First of all, the cases of discrimination against others on the basis of sex, race, skin color, blah blah. The high school of economics are almost not there.
Okay.
Are very rare because the foundation of of the university, it appears to me as though was built on very foundation for equality promotion and engagement of all others without any discrimination. So, but then, having said that, last I think in December we received a case of discrimination at from one of the dormitories where Chinese students complained that a Russian students warned them. It was a warning, not really
Okay.
an open sort of.
So it is more like a student
But then
students, but the student is trying to.
the thing was that the Chinese students who who cook in a group went and cooked their food.
Mhm.
They're using the Chinese flavors.
Okay.
They made their Chinese cuisine, and then after I think they didn't clean the kitchen,
Mm-hmm.
and then when the Russian student came, didn't like what he
Mm-hmm.
found there. But then the Russian student
Okay.
overreacted, and I think commented, I think in one or the other, in a very bad way about what they made, the food they cooked. So the Chinese students complained that they were discriminated, blah 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 blah. and then the matter went and up to the Chinese ambassador, and then the whole thing became so big. But
So,
then,
Honorable, I wouldn't want to cut you, but don't you think it was as a result of they leaving the place unkept? You know, provocation comes, and when you are provoked, sometimes you tend to say a lot of things, you don't even mean them. So, don't you think it was as a result of that? Or maybe it was not that, it escalated to something different?
well, they say fire begets fire, fire sets another fire, right?
Okay.
But then I think there is always a way on how to solve disagreements. If you find a place dirty, at least you can say, okay, hey guys, who's from cooking? I think you forgot to clean. But the choice of the words that the student, I think, chose to use against others wasn't really proper. Because if I tell you here, the words were really big, so very big, including using pig food, blah blah,
Okay.
smells like shit.
Okay.
Chinese food smells like shit. So I think
Please, viewers, sorry, we are just having a conversation. We don't want to look down on anything. So please, don't find. I know a lot of Chinese watchers. Yes, myself, I've been at a Chinese restaurant a couple of times, and I loved, especially your spaghetti, more like soup. I really love that. I don't know the name actually, but I really love it. So please, don't
so
come also.
basically, it was no, it was just like he overreacted, which wasn't good. But also the Chinese students were informed, were guided, and advised. At least always clean after cooking. Leave the kitchen clean to avoid
Yes.
instigating such
So
things.
how did
But
the
then
council solve this
yes, yes,
issue?
yes, yes. The matter was handled by the administration at a very high level. I think the student, the Russian student, I think, was suspended from the dormitory. Um, just to give him a chance to think about
What he did?
what he did, and I think later he came back. Um, and he's a good guy, and that's it's actually such cases are almost not there. So in Russia, there are no cases of racism. There's no racism. There's no such cases are almost not there.
Wow.
Actually, in Africa and in America and in western part of Europe, they think that Russia is not safe,
Yeah.
especially for with international students. That's why so many Africans want to go and study in America and and
Other
western part
part.
of the world.
So about the safety of Russia, yes. Let me ask you. You've been here for almost how many months now?
It's coming to okay. I think I'm gonna be making maybe 8 months now.
8 months.
7, 8, 7, 8.
7, 8. Okay. So how do you find safety in Russia?
Well, safety is very diverse.
Yes.
Safety
So
would,
let's say safety as in security wise and
yeah, yeah,
everything.
yeah.
How do you find it?
Well, I think Russia is perhaps one of the most peaceful countries in the world. Um, I can assure you, um, since I came, guys, since I came to Russia, there's been no problem whatsoever. There's a lot of peace. If it was food, I would be having a very big pot belly. My stomach would be so huge if it was food, because I'd be eating it every day.
Whoa. Wow. So if you're out there thinking Russia is a suicide mission, think twice because as you can hear, I've also been here actually, and then there's nothing wrong here. Here is a very beautiful country. I actually love and commend people to always visit. Yes, I've been doing this video to you guys that visit Russia, know Russia for yourself. Forget news from let's say other you know social
CNN.
media platforms. Yes, CNN, BBC. Yes, they are higher institution. I will not be here and then doubt, but sometimes their integrity.
If,
Yes.
if, if you want to know about Russia, don't watch these televisions. Don't watch CNN, American TV. Don't watch the British Broadcasting Corporation, the BBC. They're not neutral. They are reporting that only Ukraine, 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 Ukraine. If you want to know what's really happening here, please watch this guy's page. This guy's page. Because the TVs are focusing on war. War is not part of your business. You're coming to study. Please.
They are watching.
Yes.
Okay,
and
that was
you can see we are making this video here in Moscow. There's no war. We are having a lot of peace here. So if you're a student out there, last year, no last year, from Uganda, I think we're only 3 students. You can imagine a country of 45 million people. Only 3 students are here.
Wow.
at this university. Guys, come. Uganda has a lot of students. Actually, Uganda has the youngest population in the whole world. Almost three-quarters of the population in Uganda are young people. Like so many young people everywhere, but they all want to go to America, America, America. Also come and try Russia. Russia, there's so many study opportunities here. The university has one of the most high-tech, um, education tools.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the lecturers give a lot of time to
Okay.
students. And also, I would encourage a lot of girls to come and join us because when you look at my class, for example, we have very few female students.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they think our parents think this country is not safe for the women because of the tension. The international tension about the war. This country is very safe, and we thank God. Very soon we're finishing our education. We shall be getting our certificates.
Okay. So, Honorable, I want to ask this. I know I've read about, let's say, some laws in Russia here about, let's say, they not condoning anything about LGBTQ. Yes. You are taking what? Yes, this is a sensitive part of the issue, but I'm asking this because it's about international students. That person can be, let's say, practicing. And when I talk about international students, there are a lot of USCs, British people studying here in Russia. There are a lot of Africans also studying here in Russia. So, are there any way they have been marginalized, or because the law is against it, when they come here, they have no chance in practicing it, so they tend to change. How do you see this?
Well, the issue of LGBTQI, right?
I plus,
Plus, plus,
kill,
plus.
kill, FF.
Seem to me as a very complex matter. I, for one, I come from a very unfriendly environment to that community,
Okay.
in the sense that in Uganda we have a law against the practice of LGBTQI. I've, but I have not checked the Russian law against the LGBT community, so I don't want to talk I don't want to misinform the public.
Okay.
But then, though I'm not going to talk about the law, the LGBT laws in Russia, because I've not read the law or the policies against about all that protects the rights of these individuals. But opened in public, I've not seen any of these because it's not easy to tell someone
Yes.
to tell that someone is gay, someone is straight. Okay, almost everyone you see is straight, but you cannot easily tell that someone is gay unless that person comes and tells that for me I'm gay. But then I have not openly seen or received any complaint as a student leader about any discrimination of that sort against such individuals. And I, for one, as a human being, I think some people are born differently. You've had a you've heard of cases of people who are born with two sexual organs.
Yes.
You've heard of cases where people are born uh, females who just feel like they are men. She's a woman, but she feels like she's a
Yes.
woman.
Sometimes.
She has muscles
Yes.
and all that. So I think people are born differently, but then I think they should just let them be if at all they are there. But then they should not promote the practice. Uh-huh.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Russia is known for their culture, and I believe the cultures of Russia mostly protects its integrity in the sense of their language. And I believe foreign students have some equal rights to work. How are they managing in the working field, especially not knowing the language, and how are the institutions here helping, let's say, foreign students in terms of knowing the Russian language? Especially you are in HSC. How is
Mhm.
HSC especially doing for foreign students? Is there, let's say, a special organization like a class for them to learn? Are those opportunities given?
Well, first of all, the admission at the High School of Economics gives two opportunities. One is that you can join as a preparatory student. You spend 1 year learning Russian language, so
Wow.
that you can either decide to do your
So one whole year you'll be learning the Russian
Uh-huh.
language. That's
and
phenomenal.
decide whether you want to pursue your master's degree in Russian, or after studying Russian language, you can pursue your master's degree in either English, French, or any other language, so that you can actually students allowed to work in Russia, and it would be actually very okay if you studied Russian for easy integration in the Russian community,
Mm-hmm.
because Russia, just like the way Mr. Gideon Apomasu rightly said it, Russia is a very conservative with its language. Almost everything in Russia is done in Russian, with few translations in English, and it would be just imagine someone speaking your language. How would you feel it? Or making transaction in your language. Let's talk about French, German, Spanish, Swahili.
So yeah.
So I think it would really make a lot of sense if you came to Russia and studied some Russian. Even if you're not going to study your master, pursuing your masters in Russian, but you can use the Russian language for easy integration, faster integration in the Russian community, and also the University of Iceland. The University of Iceland is my former school, so I keep on talking about it since I'm new here in Russia. Well, the High School of Economics has a lot of opportunities for students to learn Russian language, and the teachers here are very supportive, and the education tools are high tech, just like the way I said. There are opportunities for you to study from home, from your hall of residence, or you can walk to class. Yeah.
Okay. So, Honorable, I'm tempted to ask this question.
Mm-hmm.
In your opinion, I want to know what policies changes, let's say, are needed both in the institution, that is Higher School of Economics,
Mhm.
Russia, and the government to better protect the right of foreign students. At least, yes, you made it clear that the right of foreign students, since you assumed office as a student council leader, yes, you've received one case so far. So, but at least maybe there are changes
Okay.
as a leader. You see, if it is done, the rights will be better protected. What are they?
Okay. We have not only received one case. We
Okay.
have received a long list of cases, but only one of discrimination.
So let me dive in. The others, what are they about?
I've taken long to pay. For dormitory, daddy has not sent me money. I have psychological torture, like
Like some kind of frustrated.
I have depression. My girlfriend my boyfriend has left me. My
So
girlfriend is
wait,
leaving me. I am.
issue of broken heart also comes to the council. Wow, but that is an aspect of a marriage counselor, guys. Am I lying? Because if you are broken hearted, how can you go to student leader? Maybe the student leader is also broken hearted.
Please, guys, stop breaking girls' hearts, okay? Please respect the hearts of these girls. If you break them, it hurts them so much. They get depression.
What?
And when they get depression,
Please,
they spend so much money for
I
medication.
think you are being biased here. You are only advising the
Because it's girls that mainly come to report.
yes, because boys think maybe it will be a demeanor to their status, because I know majority of guys are broken hearted. Yesterday, self, I saw a friend being left by his girlfriend. So what about that? So I think the girls to please be careful. At least lovers, we are lover boys. So if you people are patient enough, you find us interested. Anyways, So honorable, I was asking about some changes, some policy changes you think if it is done, it will better protect the right of, let's say, for
The human rights desk of at the High School of Economics should be empowered with some facilitation to have maybe working students, some of them with legal backgrounds, to give uh, pro, no, pro bono legal services
okay,
to the students in touch with the government. Let's say, for example, if someone brings a case of sexual assault, let's say someone is assaulted by an example, just
yes,
an example, someone is sexually harassed.
hmm,
Okay, that's a criminal. Okay, even criminal cases will go to the would go to that desk because of the if the legal if the students are giving pro bono legal services.
okay,
But then let's talk about maybe human and degrading treatment. Degrading treatment here, I'm talking about things like maybe someone um, maybe treats you as half human. By the way, when we talk about human rights, there are some rights that cannot be taken away from you, even during times of war. And one of them is to be treated as a complete human being. That
hmm,
you recognize fully that you're a human
yeah,
being.
human being,
So if someone looks at you as half human being, that's inhuman degrading treatment. And of course, the, 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 the international United Nations international conventions, several of them against that, including my own constitution back in Uganda, and I know even the Russian constitution also does not accept this torture and inhuman degrading treatment always move together with harassment. So that one would be handled by the students at the leaving alone torture, but degrading treatment and harassment. They can handle it at the university level. If we have students giving pro bono services, legal services, they can mediate them and find that okay, if this person was humanly or
hmm,
degradingly treated, if the other student or the other party wants some compensation and this student can afford it, you can give him some money or you can give him some other or, or can pay him in any other way that can um, that can make the matter be solved at that level. Because you see, when someone violates your right or breaks a policy or breaks a law, something has to be done.
yes,
So in the course of doing that, if one person accepts that okay, I'm going to do this financially, they can accept it if the lawyers say so, or if the mediator says so, or if the student commissioners say so. And if the person is given double, because some a student can say, okay, I'm going to a human treatment. Maybe we had a disagreement in the kitchen, and then I pulled her shirt, and then her bra and her breasts got exposed out.
okay,
That's a human treatment.
yes,
So, two things. One, I can, if the council, if the commissioners accept that I buy her another cloth, I can buy her one or two. If she accepts, then secondly, they can also ask me to do some community service.
okay, wow,
You've seen cases where someone is taken to jail and also pays money.
yeah, a fine,
Two
something like
things: you go to jail, but also at the same time paying money. It depends on what it
that,
depends
yeah,
on the judge on the judgment. But then another thing would be raising awareness that in Russia there are these institutions that exist, because some people even don't know that that some institutions are there, or even fear police. You see, police want to run away. Oh, I can't go there, bro. I don't have a. Oh, I left my passport at home. These guys are there to protect us, to protect law and order,
hmm,
to put order in the community. So raising awareness um, the about the existence, or even to make it easy or easier if it's there to report cases to, let's say, courts in Russia.
Mhm.
Courts, for example, how do you go to Russian court to report a case, to open up a case?
So,
How do
so
you go to
the-
Russian court?
my thinking now is, imagine as I am here,
Mm.
I don't speak the language,
Mhm.
and I'm going to the court.
Mhm.
I might, let's say, as well take a lawyer.
Mhm.
If you know, there is a
That's what
difference.
I'm talking about. The university has to for example, are you aware of anything of that sort at the High School of Economics?
Okay.
Have you, because you see, they always, where the human beings, there are always complaints.
Yes.
So such things should be, we should be aware of such initiatives. Many guys are not aware of this. That actually I can go to court and open up a case against them, or even against me and you can disagree, and you take me to court.
Yes.
And that,
from my country, I've actually seen a man, and what he does is, in his environment, if you make too much noise, you just take it to court. And this man is wealthy as a result of that. I don't know that I don't see him working, or I don't know him working, but he has been in cases after cases and always winning compensations here and there. So I think what you are saying is true. That should be checked.
yeah, no, they should really, actually we are trying to engage the 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 other part of leadership, student part, the other part of students' leadership at the university. The university has a leader, a student leader, who is a Russian.
Okay.
So he has a lot of, he can easily reach out to those people. Yeah. But then students must, for example, at other universities, one of the things students are given books, small booklets, to inform them about so many different things. One of them is how to handle complaints, how to complain in case of
Okay.
anything. Yeah.
So, viewers, you are watching Trending Studios, your first-hand information, and today we are having a face-to-face conversation with the Student Council
My name is
representative
once again is Isiko.
of Higher School of Economics, and it's in the person of Honorable Isiko Aramadan. So, it's actually from Uganda. So you can see how blessed we are today to have a person of this deep knowledge educating us on it. So if you are a foreign student anywhere watching this video, foreign student in America, in Britain, anywhere, please find this video, watch it to the end, and then I believe you'll be blessed. So Honorable, let me ask you this. Let's come to protecting the, let's say, the rights of let's say, leaders too. You see, sometimes students in our quest to, let's say, pursue education, we find certain things very easy. We don't pay heed attention to, let's say, instructions. So have you ever seen in a course of, let's say, for instance, oh, I cannot read, I did not see this. Have you ever seen a situation whereby a student did something and it affected, let's say, management? Has such cases also been established at your place?
A student does.
Let's say a student will do something bad, and then the action of that student will affect the whole management board, something like that.
Wow. Like what? Wow. What could that be? Maybe could we say criminal activities?
Yes, it can.
Maybe cyber crimes?
Yes, it can be cyber crime, at least anything at all. Has such cases been reported?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. But that would be really bad. That would be really sad.
Yes, because from other parts of, let's say, the world, we could hear that, let's say, students did something, and then as a result of, let's say, the ignorance from let's say some leaders that were in places. So then I'm tempted to take this as the security checks on students is very high.
Okay, one thing you must know here in Russia, one thing that I thank God for is security. And that's what, guys, I'm telling you, that Russia is very safe. Security is high tech here. And that's the reason why this question of his is actually is foreign to me. Is actually new to me because I don't know what to say. We've got no, we've no. Actually, such cases are it's zero. It's zero
Okay.
here unless there is any. I've never seen anything of that sort where a student misbehaves and all the part of the part of the administration or lecturer is affected or involved. I've never seen such.
Okay, so viewers, we are about leaving. Honorable, we really bless you for having us. So, as we are leaving, do you have any final thoughts or any final message to the student body of Higher School of Economics, to any foreign student who wants to pursue scholarship abroad? Do you have any
Yes,
message?
yes, yes. One is two things, but one is that please come to Russia. In Dubai, they say Habibi, come to Dubai. I don't know how they say Habib in Russian, but please come and study in Russia. Russia, like I said, is part of. It has a big share of the world place. So I think studying in Russia could give you another, could open your eyes a little bit because I think you'd you'd enjoy two things. One, traveling around the world, leaving your place another part of the world, be here for 2 years or 1 year, and then the other is that you'd get a certificate after your studies that when you go back with it to China or Africa or Brazil or even back to America or even back to Canada or England, it would set an it would give an edge above others. The other one is that please also after studying in Russia also come and visit Uganda. Come and visit Uganda. As you could be aware, Uganda is perhaps the most beautiful country in Africa.
Yeah,
The longest river in the whole world comes from Uganda. The largest lake in the whole in Africa is in Uganda. We have all the big five animals. We have the elephant. We have the hippopotamus.
Hippopotamus. What about the gorillas?
We have it's not among the big five. We have all the lions,
Mhm.
the cheetahs. There's one other big animal.
Elephant.
Elephants. I think I mentioned the elephants, but all the big five we have. We've got a lot of water bugs, bush bugs. Name all those bugs. We've got close to 20,000 types of birds. You know, come and see for yourself.
Well, so viewers, as you heard, Honorable, visit Uganda, and as you are
After
visiting
Russia.
after Russia. So as you are visiting Russia, Uganda, I think you should as well visit Ghana because we have one of the best, economy globally. Yes, in terms of Africa, and we also have various interesting places. So I think all this issue comes down to you being traveling. Like,
Mm-hmm.
be well traveled. At least leave your comfort zone, look for opportunities elsewhere, dive into it, and then be safe. Okay, so viewers, thank you for watching this interview. I think we need a second part of it
Yes.
because we couldn't digest all parts of the question. I
Next.
wanted to ask about, let's say, some rights of students in terms of accessing residency permits, those kind of things. So
Part
in a,
two is coming next.
yes, so
Don't forget to
guys,
join part two.
we are going. Please subscribe to this channel. We bring a part two of this conversation, and I believe you will bless. God bless you. We are out. Bye.
Paka paka.
Bravo.
The way they
Thank
say in
you.
Russia.